the bill for the gay and lesbian is also signed into law. You should have signed that one first before the e-levy. Thank you and stay blessed. Mensa, Stuttgart, Germany. And Oduwe Abraham Masawud Ewa Bantama essay delivering on campaign pledges is a basic duty of any government and should not be considered an extraordinary achievement. If you promise to abolish the electronic transfer levy and you did so, for me, it is not an achievement that you should expect applause because it was contained in your manifesto. Resetting Ghana agenda indeed. Regards to Chairman Odino Kweku Apia. Okay, and also Eddie Ode Abraham. Solomon Jagri Wokunsu. I say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is the master of game changing. I pray that the Almighty God will grant him wisdom to make Ghana a better place to live. My humble regards to Honorable Abu Siddiq. Also, Edia Ode Abre and Anope. So I don't know. Right. That a whole essence. Right. Enti my young coin afe yenin komono. Enso eyi na yenhwe sede eho ensem no enso etiem ye ko na fe ye ne ye mame Janet Asana Nabla ono a chairperson and leader of the PNP yakwa kodi enkomo at the afar issues in Ghana eho. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, everything.
Me ho ye papa na wonso e.
Because I want to be money here.
Ye de nyame ase pa. Ye da ase so na so ye to ahoma waji ye so a ye di enkomo yi.
Let me that.
Yo, ma yen hyase nsa na se wo de nsama hodo bebre e na aba betudwa ebi efa omampani eho ebi efa galamsey ne ho. But me hyase from the galamsey. From onkase me looks as if say you are passionate about said the amount for essay and sassy and anyasa.
Debut. See, Mammy Chow and a motive for you now and a piece. Mammy Chow, the shaman, and secretary, PNP secretary, Suleimana Sidi.
No, one
President Mahama. President Mahama. To media on solving the case of Galamsey.
The same thing I make. Can I say one time? See, me say we are passionate. Say a man for say asasi.
Okay. So because we share the issue of Galamsey now. MPP in this was the issue of Galamsey now. Then now, almost back power. Almost Nipa, almost Galamsey. They are killing people. Women and children lives are in danger. In Ghana here. And MPP in this from. The Ghana, someone say Galamsey, the name Galamsey, for me, name no Galamsey. During NDC for Omorigi. That was around the 2013, 2014, thereabout. First time, I made me Galamsey. Now, Omo to me, Sylvia, my part of from Omaba, because Omo Mamu from it. And I secure here, they are doing the Galamsey in a gargantuan manner.
So to you there, both the parties and I say, Omo Nedi Galano, yes sir.
Oh, Omo Muya Galamsey, Omo Yama Minister, Omo Yama President Mahama, Omo Yama President Mahama, and then Omo Minister.
How will you justify? What justify?
I'm asking you for justification. Yeah, Ghana. Your farmland, meaning who can say you for consume there. Consume back for your 20 Ghana city. Our Domi market. Domi market may the cheapest, our greater class. Now, who for consume back say your 20 Ghana city. Yen to me, your new farmlands are yet a Ghana bill. Because Galamsey for your land, me now obligatory or your president. Nipakunu Otiho. I'm a nipper say a sassy, almost say a water body. In 2 more bibet now, Umpalamu Numuntua, was finance. And go with your Juma or farmland. If you're not funny, your cocoa land, or my saying, now we are president, I will see who's through Yankupon. And now would do Ghana. Sorry, now who sorry. And now we are ceremony. When Yankupon, the Bible says that this belongs to the Lord and the fullness thereof.
Yeah.
Now, Obia also go Yankupon Bia, or your Christian, uncle, on set, on your president, and now on your minister. And she said, Galamsey for better yes.
But Onyanya 3 months, Craft, when you're 2 months, and Nakaka Krem when you're 3 months, and I heard the land minister. And I'm more I started from the beginning.
Okay. I grew no so that's beginning one.
Okay.
The message how the best I think Galamsey was. Some gas. And no one wants to see me around one couple to see more outside the Galamsey. Still NDC for MPP no this is one will be outside the Galamsey.
I see.
And the President Mahama. Or see on him saying, I get Galamsey. On some money, means fee. I will not collect any from President Mahama. Galamsey price, or beyond almost some money. Automatically, me bueno. Now, me send the bottle within 1 month's time. Our Ghana, who will be obey Galamsey.
How are you going to do that?
President Mahama. You almost name saying on best my fighting Galamsey. Maybe you're bound for money.
How are you going to do that? Over then, what to Galamsey Nasi?
Oh, see Galamsey for your medre.
Okay.
Or be all your Galamsey, be your week of 5 million Ghanaian. Ain't yes, to me, we have 500,000. Now 500,000 we on Yankupon a day and a Obergon and Samamam.
500 people.
If I couldn't buy the reaction, none means to me, Sani Pacuno. When Yankupon a day is the far. In TSC, almost this in Galamsey price and a mammy. Now I'm making sure say security forces are at my disposal. Every blessed day, all Galamsey side, 10 people will be through the military.
Oh,
see, almost every blessed day, for 10 people, and family member and body. You never can get somebody. Obi Bano say, and the family member, they won't know that you see Pakuna Dinako. Because when him say, with family member, Galamsey. I want to catch the police before. To say, we see with family member. Now, my mama, you will be the family member will hear. You bet you can for prison. And if I couldn't see a foreign government, the government has compensation to the state. So we will become free other countries. On base my bag and half of the Galamsey. Yes, I see. I'm a young I think for how in Galamsey fighting President Mahama wants to fight here on some mommy. Wouldn't the
Debbie,
I can say Galamsey for your one testimony fast. Omune catch or move on, no to go the mom. Into Omu Yedumadi, President Mahama and a minister. So almost here and then prayer. One man is actually. No, I'm military at my disposal, and I will make sure that every day at all Galamsey side 10 people will die.
Is it the only way? Is it the only way? It is the only way I bet him the Aku Galamsey for.
When you cook a bay in the park, did excavators. When they excavated, no one could be found. Oh, now we are in water.
Busa say I don't want to cry between your first or between their solve Galamsey or Ghana.
No, and one is the best alternative. We can't say all Galamsey sides. One day, yet you come 50 people. I want to and that's all.
Teodia, you believe in shoot to kill to stop Galamsey?
Because they are dangerous. When we are measures, almost person who 35 million Ghanaians into your Kumomwa, because at the end of the day, time almost to around the whole Ghana. One day when we are they will throw us into a very big galamsey pit. The fight against galamsey is more serious than what they are doing. And I make a Ghana for President Mahama who when you Ghana for wait until me president.
Hey, that's only I got to Obama and some president. I also want to be your president.
These are not the type of life people are yet of the presidency. Who say almost you say me as a president Ghana who say electoral commissioner over here connected to electoral commission leadership.
You see, electoral college kululu and you free a ballot paper no so and yet possibly a requirement be a web meeting in a you free so.
No more can say me running meeting sign here. Me running meeting sign here.
I see.
Me running meeting sign here. Me deep policies are ever very detrimental to both President Mahama and Abawunia and Nuntira because Ankadana for by the time I ever voting, I'm going to who they are. All by your president, I want to mean this. What I can find for me back. And that I never will no any power. What power who we are, who percent and these are men and me do not make my only no come who boom.
See, Mamusa alternatively, dear men and cabin differently and Kabema Ghana turning around said you're okay.
Look at the prices of goods and services in the market. Every blessed day it escalates. And I see you are voting my president. Just endure. Mikoto and so vote medium. I am in 30. And you almost the price to the time of 35. Almost the baby come here. It won't pay one to you. It moves in the gigantic way. Some of the big they can go and take 2 cities, 1 city. No, they are bottle back. To see how we control this in a normal device to decide their family. Now we see who were president, almost 1 ministry of trade, almost
in this case, you know, inflation, friends saying a cost of living, you know, Mamintio aspect and then Ankabe.
Almost inflation are cut down to 22%. Now, inflation by the sense that 22% that endure almost so it is a government that has to check because any government too creating inflation in the country. It is not the macroeconomic indicators, but before you come in to look for money to spend, who said Mama buy it? On chasing your baby Ghana for whom better or check the Diasikawa or Bank of Ghana, who see a person Sikawa, no matter. And no more say. Now on your coupon something, I mean, you say Ghana, yes, where all the president, I'm not in this Ghana.
I see.
It is one of the things I can mention. Every importer that comes to the country are already importing. They are all importing your money back. Saying or importing it. Or the Ghana or this saying how much profit is the person making?
Okay.
Now you are moving to make the profit more than this into your patrol. So we will importing back. Government will take over.
I see.
Even this transport and the buyer, before buyer. Within 3 months of coming out, we will hold on to all the information. Government will take that. Yeah, the bar now buy the entire bar. Now you catch yourself. This is the price we can put on to make sure that we control the prices of essential commodities like food. Talking about rent, transportation, and can you control those things? And no,
and stifle businesses. Will it help with the promotion of businesses as if they're okay? And stifle businesses.
You are talking about promotion of businesses.
Yes.
What is the benefit of a promotion of a business to the 35 million Ghanaians business for no person or consumer for a business for a voting money.
Okay.
And your consumers a voting man may buy it.
Okay.
It's me buy me the yes mama edition. Me my business is in you, but me my business in me being bad the yet abnormal profit. So that consumer better. Business again.
I see.
You know what a businessman now. What for the man and living you buy. So now they are waiting for the businessmen, they are not looking at the consumer.
I see.
Again, they be government about a businessman also, but consumer and pardon. Again.
I see. Now you are on tape, and I say you are quoted as saying, "Say as a man penny etna hot na ye the Chief Justice if you are with the first president, ya wouldn't say aka Chief Justice." That's all man penny the onye. We be na the petition abedano, Anna.
William say, "Oh, buy you see me can only the government or buy They are not interested in helping the ordinary Ghanaian. Or see women's bank mama or see or the 51 million. The 51 million yen in for the loans. You have 3 CD 37 percent. 3 CD 37 percent with the again. Ghana mamu almost the 3 CD 37 percent with the again. We now we can't say we buy the women's bank. That policy no could me policy now we see women's bank. Me can say me the policy beba Ghana Commercial Bank or NIB. The loans bema loans with no interest rate bema ma so that much me the beye dima. We buy we see the idea would see women's bank. You see, wait for a name who said, Ma no one. At times I won't so be better to also be CBB. Nimche a political. Time then I would be the sister bank. Ghana Commercial Bank was created to give loans for women who are into business.
Okay.
Now, who buy the Buama, who use the Ghana Commercial Bank, who buy the women's bank. So that Obiba and not see the medium and pay women's bank. Use the Ghana Commercial Bank and let it be sustainable.
Okay.
But one, we see with the 30% representation, Bema Ma, who buy in leadership position. Who buy one more leadership. Meaning, we can say 30% is the one to buy yet. We manifest it, but who buy it, who buy it, we manifest so promise. Who buy it, she show Sita. Into who buy it, we sit down, we should say, and I will plant her, and we into one man, 30%. Now, who will be that position? Who's up by it? Who be you for because of political parties for almost win.
But no, some Article 146.
Obi ampa petition or see oba ye the who petition no na wo be who petition na obi aka bibia kire.
I see.
Who buy a province where ye wo nyina wo hu ye your Chief Justice na wo person wo be who be nyina ye dey so that you can have power over the court. Who for we are now we be no mo do kwa mo timi nye wo no party members bibia. What are you doing? That is not the reason why I Ghana for your vote mamu. That's selfish reasons, you know. Mutoria, mu yejuma mamu, mu ba party to come in. Nikatirobi. NDC for Omosika. They don't have anything. And can your politics central, and call Omubedi. And can Ube one you will not see. Let you imagine President Mahama, and your politics central.
I see.
I can't say them to tell again. They are not doing anything. They are able to make money because of politics. You see? And now, over for your campaign, no one needs to get there. We be come back or say, na PMP, say you vote mamu. But we need to cut. Now, NDC forward to cut.
I see.
You almost start in a couple of deep business. You see, I almost a club business. 11 billion, that almost for 2025 budget. Almost the book of your lose. Now, Musaria, Musi, almost now, what can I now, the always say, but the money I didn't know about voter manufacturing.
I see.
Into with the Chief Justice there. President Mahama only in central. Now, on concentrated and you will President Kufuor or buy it, almost this petition no command. And now, President Nanado, almost there is no prima facie. Wunkwa will buy, we see there is a prima facie. Into what I say, Wunkwa, and until now, it's the with the talk of mass of state. Meanwhile, you know, so would you come back and say of state? It's a say won't catch the chief justice. No, nothing to now unresponded to the accusations against her. One fight agenda man would the amount only one side the fair woman check and come to the end after. Chief justice require of media. Only to respond give a response through the media. What are they can say, oh, and I with the media man found comedians have presences no political gimmicks now, yeah, ending for Swabian in what Ghana. Now we look at the media for no one man in country media for. Enjoy your band to our own. Introduction responding to the media. And
all right. Madam Janet Asana Nabla, we thank you very much for your time this morning.
thank you too.
Right, we are the chairperson and leader of PMP, Mame Janet Asana Nabla, and Otise Yeninu AD and Komono. Right, Twaso Nafi, Samna Kanwakan Samahodo Baby Baby Rimna Yedihu and Komo, honestly shoot to kill Galamsini and Famano for just about 2 weeks, 1 month. Galamsini a 2 track. Nina say, Mama, a year military and a security apparatus, Nina ready. Na okoha debia nipa aduonu de wombewu na omu wia omo makano omo enkoho. The question is that the way to go? And as a saying and ensem. Does it mean that the president is treating those who are into Galamsey with kid gloves and ensem aba mate se peniphobia babonten ese inference ora de koka babonten abeka se enei se omanpenin ebetimi akko Galamsey na womra anything mining for about 3 to 4 years na erin claim land no ho ensem awani benya daje na iwura sansem na yedi ho enkomo na yahwese de ho ensem no enso etie enso ewo dwumadi eso right ma yankoi na afi yenhwe eye the bon krata no nsem a epiem ewo ha na yeba nkomo aka no yebeba abedi oba
Keri
ma yankoi the bon krata no nsem a epie ewo
mami I want the
wa
it looks like say the disqualification, you know.
Hano so most me vice and sign was sign omoboa anyway right
what's the challenge sir any pass in the
50 per day
dako
all right over.
Right, it was a 4 year some of the Bocatano Ediaba and Nano pay na ya bono poso Edia Mamo. Yet the Ghanaian Times go Wakata and a Ede Chassie or see emissions e-levies betting tax scrapped. President assent to 7 other revenue bills. Said Eddie Canada to Janoman Penny John Dramani Mama and this year by Eshe Bosse Ghana for 2 about more. A 12 will be a MPP by Ediego main sono. Obe ye from Rama pending sa secretary ama etono bebre no na de omo bo ho nsem no bo ho anoba no oye fro e-levy eko betting tax eko emission levy eko ene afoforo bi a eka ho nti anopai sa wo sani momo na ye tiw e-levy a na se teku kro no omo bu ha nti ma try bi ahwe anopai ahunu se o sende a o sende be gusuma hunu charges na nsa it no o sende kra try no pay
se beba be gusuma
try se o sende ahwe o se beba se head Ghana cedi 200 Ghana cedis hwan transfer hwan be guso se se o ma ye free so e-levy is gone and Ghana Revenue Authority also letter o de aba se ha the e-levy be annual
right but the fan to just say Okona charge or high e-levy. Telco's charges
and charge that
and the own one of the own. Remember, Casa e-levy is wrong.
And the near to that. And the other send BI till 1%. And almost soccer crack. E-levy to be in Kakran on Tia Soho. Aye. And yet, it used to be beautiful.
Me uncle Daily Graphic. Now, hey, Sammy,
we need collective effort to fire Galamsey, OSP, Deputy Lance Minister. And what was Ghana for in Ankamu Galano into a technical committee identified 3 options for private participation in electricity company of Ghana. Also, Democrat Coma Energy Minister. Which you have so Yanko.
Okay, Nyanko Daily Graphic, Nafi, Yankee Daily Graphic, so the awareness na Yankee, the baby e-levy. Telegraphic essay e-levy betting emission taxes scrapped way a paper and president assent to bills and no eda a krata no enim yerika bosunti yanko honum ebium. MIIF to increase royalty collections and also a krata no enim we a mame a Justina Nelson ono ya acting CEO nema myth ono de sansemi and so to say royalties no ene yebe tum ede akọ ama mpanyifo anaso womo a also government move to track excavator imports and also ewo hanom page 14 of the paper and 13 of the paper okwa and say aban ehwe say omo ekra excavators eba no hode ene ho ebegim no wahwe ekwan amofa so ekraba eno enso eda ayekrata no enso anim. Address issues affecting teachers by April 30th. Nat tells government
by April 30th.
April 30th.
Yes, sir. What do you say?
That's on the Omanka. Now, what would him say? A bassa, you're the another big go.
Right.
By a language, about Tessia, no. Right. Of uncle.
Yeah, the daily guide and it was World Bank slaps government over mass dismissals. World Bank slaps government over mass dismissals. Daily guide. As you can be on say World Bank for the money, yeah, how do you 200 million dollars dollars
dollars
how much say World Bank for say abai take you over no say yi adwuma fo bebredi o mo de Ghana ba anya adwen say Ghana ni afa na adwuma na abai sisan ya wo say omo de omnya Ghana for am kwatra fie no and $200 million to I'll bring back the details. Nyema ho do mienu bi o ma ba ko ye diversification program. Ska o ma de boa ye no. Enya de beba.
Say abayi ni pay di nti. Asa ska ne ma.
You go you dua nua. E na o de sika ebre ye.
Okay.
And ye yi nipa no be bebre no adi. Do say 200 million e ma. Another 200 million so the details be ba sisi a na ohu. Say sa sika ne mienu nyina no. Say 400 billion. Ghana
okay.
Mama scraps e-levy betting tax. They can't wasem. You see container scatter sparks blame game. No say no. We see we are. Me who some of the big Mama former MD EC Jimfuni ha and I've been say conference for so funny ha. I say I'm a swally killer charges amended denied bail.
Yeah.
Also it say IDP take you over no man nipa ba kwache no. Na charges kwa do over the bond no masisa no. Ba bail party ya mani bi. Opinion Galamsey fight ya mutu.
Yes.
Obi chere se Galamsey no yentimi.
Yentimi anko.
Asemo.
Yentimi anko Galamsey no.
Enti o se makane ha se. Se ye nyi politics
free mo yentimi nko.
Na do de president so wentimi anko.
Yeah.
Abai ba ye bibia chere se ade no enyaye. Enti
na bila se mo man tay 2 or 1 month.
There be a book nipa duonum
50. Anyway, right. My uncle na fe yemfa the crusading guide, the new crusading guide emfa entwaso emfa emamwa. Mahama sent to bills abolishing e-levy betting and emission tax into hwa mampanin for the hakrata na osensan ye no eno so eda honma wapeja na ode ache o say promise delivered no enransam na ode tu dwanom ebi na edika ka ho ensem. OSP arrest Gordon Asaribedi akon senso choni na OSP chino no omo ejan habia meka say de omo jana no emfoni anase no ensem enso ewo ha enei ye ka ho ensem. Ashi Nikoi accused of a territorial Damfa ado okay yenya no emfa ensi ho na fe yenhwe we Fete Salt Industry fight police officer over alleged collision with Langas in Kaswa and also eda aye preacher and as a kratano and so enim ya unyebia ebetimi aboa over
yen trust you the daily searchlight and air trust. Also, can a Japan pays registration fee of new Tescom members at KNUSC? Money swine. Asa. Ho.
New Tescom what?
Members.
Nina.
Hey.
I work KNUSC. Tescom members nina work KNUSC. Hey.
What's it new?
8 million, no, 80 billion, $8 million. $80 million.
About 80,
KDO saying 500, right? 50,000.
Yes,
Yes.
750.
750 more.
Yeah, 750.
Anyway, 750. Right.
We do 50,000. Yeah,
No,
750.
950.
If you are,
And no 950,000.
yeah.
Wow. Scout 18 million or more.
I also can spare power dealers association tell members to prioritize fire safety.
Okay.
I was saying no, I see who's will be about to say yeah.
And what's sense?
Say so see home. For about say no. For about say no you never for. This one is your.
That's right.
They said they see katamaton they see what can get blue light in no. I must say about six can spare power so who you cool ba masa. Who ne spare pass ne boy ya yet no.
Yes, come on.
See jab beto shop ne share. If you get doom. Curfew on Patanga Township and its environs lifted.
Okay. Ghana. Right, me the Observer, Emfa and Twaso Emmamoa. Ghana introduces key amendment to boost fiscal discipline and no other people into the finance minister and funny at the
overseer. The overseer.
The overseer. And I'm saying the observer. The overseer. Okay. Overseer. Overseer. Right. Now, I know and some and I think it is finished. E-levy, betting tax. Where you finance minister will say it is finished. What's no more say, you know, Womo Edison, till my penny apeja, Yerika Kahon 70, Yenya and no emfa and to her. Now, I feel yen to
say, Trump, yen and Yamano. Or say, yeah, no apeja.
I be a my penny. Anyway,
I have a view.
I have a view. Almost your pet. In terms of Nikazini, you know, Mr. We have
also Satra was Sunday. I know a pig. Said my penny mamma. Some of we make him. It is finished. Geek Nika said it is finished. They say, I would hear you.
All right. Very quite. President Mahama appoints Prince Mahmoud Idrisu as Deputy CEO of GEA and also at the Hanuman Infoni at the and free. Jospon Group study waste to energy and apprenticeship program in Austria and also at the Ayakratano in Nim.
Maminfa Daily Post in Daily Post themselves front page na ye 11 no kwa wasem no kaye. Daily Post aye 3 posts our front page. Daily Post why 3 posts. Nimi saying na e-levy. Or say promise delivered as President Mahama signed bill to abolish e-levy, betting tax and emission levy. I can't wait. Now about say what? Or say all deducted e-levy must be refunded immediately. GRA wants charging entities. I'm just say ebinum da so je. And rather on the crata no buy you. Say mampeni say we ye no. Ye the crata abem to wa what will be the bia no.
For na de command.
Na de man no. Because so or GRA orders immediate removal of e-levy following Mohammed's asset.
Buy on the crata buy.
3 stories I work Daily Post front page na
e-levy anyway. And the buy. The Daily Trust Mr. Waba Monfan to Soma na fe yenka ho asem enso Daily Trust enso ediaba. Na Daily Trust Mr. Daily Trust Mr. Monfan no emra na fe yenhwe eno ho asem na yenka. New trust rather. The new trust. What has happened to me today? The new trust. And no eho asem enso aba. Na new trusts enim ena eda napo motivate mobs as he makes donation.
And your interest no interest in the
Kessben
Group of companies support and fire victims with 100,000 Ghana.
When you pay Kessben Group of companies supports a doom fire victims with 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Auntie, no, and a honum no. Mama yenhwe we yenti no kakra na yemra yenti yemra sisi ya.
For nyina nim ne yesie ne aten na aha no mutitiri no eye Kessben ya fruma atiefu a mo ha no ma mutie se jolaka mutie ya morning show mutie church bells mutie ye news mudoso aha ne kese mumu bebre cha ticket our Kessben travel and tour mumu ahi na ntwa susu wa multi credit mumu do na nso twa susu our multi credit Sa bridge here boy ye sabi ye account enter na account to. Ye baya ye jumara. I say we are coming here to commiserate with you. Send ya come no akanya enso ye bi. And until this year jina hanuma Kessben Outreach Foundation. Ayo record na kasi nyuma no nkra bata baako. Eno na watu yense yemra. Ye kita yensem 100,000 Ghana cedis. And so yenim say there yes ya the cement and na ACA. Eno ntino o say yensan so kan kire mo say mo sha asia yensan so am an additional 500 bags of cement. Na yenim say se mo sha asia se mo ya ne ye di kan ya ye no ye wa rehiem say other media houses, other companies will follow suit. Esan say se mo ni ho a ye ni ho e kamwa na kan yen nti e baya na ya no this ni
Kessben, a group of companies, Traders, United Traders Association. In fact, if we say omunya ayuda ya no mu frayan ya tumi fra free Texas no mu kira akwan we fa so aboa yan and finally o ma bed sie enkoma wo mu atida kasie Nyankopɔn hyira mo Nyankopɔn entonsuo enhyira enwu so na said the say promise yesia mobesa aboa no sesia Yakuba so ade a yesa ka kira mo ne say said the kasa afufuro tie mo kasa oman tie no said the subin MP aka tie no mo so mbaboa no na maka ama afufuro nyina ate na so kama no amagia mfiri ensem eno ma so a yeso ye de chesa mo be ka no mo mai ni amu mo anyina ade amanti no ya damase.
We a donation Kessben group of companies through the Kessben Outreach Foundation a blue light fire victims of 100,000 150,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. 100,000 cash and 500,000 50,000 bags of cement. All right, and omo at the ekoma a blue light for no. Something's happening to me today. Anyway, and to no a de copium and so a war a enra a war a blue light a ho and a sad donation and so it's me a course so and so over secretary and I'm young could do yaba. Na afe abejafo aba betnase na afe videos na ho no ya bo modern na ya bobo na ya ka ho ensem enso ewo ha na yedi ho enkomo se de wo se yedi no enso pepepe enso ewo dwumadi no enso eso na mayenkwe na yenhwe niema
ewo plot bi a oton
okay
aha fa no shase mama
okay obi wo plot a woton of how the wo shase mama wo shase mama
okay mama shase dey na me ko shase free anti-Mary gripe mixture said that make us so your best me bia mama dey so benya anti-Mary gripe mixture e wo fie na eno na boa enkoda no adwuma aye man kwara no nya agrokora akora wo no foforo no akora no o manufo o manaduane di to bia na yem sanforo no bu nsakora no yem ye ne ya ono ntimi nka ti akora no yem ya bonso obufa so saa bia nusu bezi no oyi emframa edura nadwo a o ma na akora no fifire senso a ne yem behwie saa ne mom sa wo anti-Mary gripe mixture Modia so makoran bia no pa awie nwumere eboa ye nkoran nipadua no me yefunu mu adwuma pa bo se da bia ba no na odi agro no osidua na dwo beda na fom ama nso ba ata wetima da bi so wa wo ba na wanya da kroka emfie mienu a modia so be ma no anti-Mary gripe mixture na timi aboa eyi haw ne ya obia afri akoran nipadua mu NS chemist for sa no adwuma pe bi top e of pharmacy shop bia ebewo enso emu fdfo age atum
na mfantu dwa se na no usu amofa ene odikro Kwame Poku a wokubasi kro from say ene ya yekase yi womo wo nsase 7,000 acres ya womo eton na sansase a yɛka ho asɛm yi wobɛtumi de bi asidan wobɛtumi de bi ayɛ fu any other purposes a pɛsɛ ɔde yɛ biara no akwanya wɔ hɔ a bɛtumi ɛde na ne boɔ no nso ɛda fam bɔkɔ na deɛ yɛ wɔ mu ne sɛ nsase yi 2 kilometers per no wadu aye Buankra inland port o se so de honum developer na develop mensuro because nkrate wo hu nyina no aye correct land issue bia eni ho ti frɛ aye nana amofa ewo 0553 671184 0553 671184 and I say attack Collins ewo 0537 913363 0537 913363 and appear or 0247 772226 0247 772226 na omo eni komo
Afe Kwabena Rural Bank and a free Kwabena Rural Bank PLC is kakrabi ba ya che papa vat so your rural banks are one main mo Kwabena Rural Bank di mo akote pa fie dua na mienu nie ta Kwabena do fo ona eboaye ma wode Kwabena Rural Bank esi ho na so peska krabia pan wo makoye adwuma be bia osika da wo ahotoso na wo pebosi obema obie ma wo so ani age se adwuma wo ye no watimi aso asene apagya mu dia ma wo a eno a ne Kwabena Rural Bank na ɔse fanto nim sɛ wadwuma no pɛsɛ utrem wahyase kakrakra bia wo yensa no dwuma na also pɛsɛ ɔtɔ ne ma do bɛyɛ adwuma no wo yɛ dwadi ni wo pɛsɛ ne ma akɔfa ba no utimi kɔfa bi bɛka ho na ma wo dwetire mu yeduro na wadwuma no so betra bɔbɔden so bebie bank account ɛwɔ Kwabena Rural Bank PLC na ɔbɛso asene wo mo ɛyɛ business loan sɛ wo adwuma no dada no ne ama bosia sɛ fa hyem na adwuma no mpagya susu loan adwuma bi a wo yɛ nto susu kakra bodua wo to kakra no ma bosia salary loan wo yɛ bosia adwuma kra de a wato adi so wo yɛ ba adwuma ni ankra adwuma na so bosia akatua na agye a bɔmɔde abra private school loan on say private schools ndu ho a wasase wusi but do hia bosia no to wie da no anaka na de kofa nkoda no aye dada omode akoma kohu Kwabena Rural Bank na omma bosia ne to car be ma o car no school car no bus no namo a no kra twe nkoda de ombrel SME loan small and medium scale enterprises no monso mra meje bosia na otimi abo amadwuma no so atumi tumpon wose se wo ska ho dwo na pa baby ade beto na awonfa so butwo ediama wo a eno a ne Kwabena Rural Bank PLC bomode abra na osika no be wonfa so be ye adwuma ma paama wa wani enso age omonkra batane doso se wo ba Kumase a omo amakom ebi wo ho Alaba Kejetia Tafo Ahensan Asafo Bomso nti Kumase no omo ato apete pa afi adakogya ache ba ko ho efijase bi ho Kumawu ebi ho Banko ebi ho Bodomase Drobonso ena afi Sokoban sambie nyina no Kwabena Rural Bank PLC won krabata ho na bomodea se wo so mo wonhye pa ho a omo agency nso a obetimi abo wo ma ba bia wo bia no watimi ne omo wedding to ba bia wo chichiri ni ba bia obetimi aba na pese be fa osika bia account ma nso a obetimi nso abo wo bomodea be omo krabata bia ne omo eni nkomo from 0501 340083 0501 340083 na fe 02020283337 02020283337 Kwabena Rural Bank PLC was the listening banks akrabia utie wasem eno no
ene wudem be ye fe ebe ya humka ebe ye nije chese ebe ye se obi ba ebe se eji ahoho bi bom pese obekokora obi beba na nani beka na se wontimi obe ye wow watwa na ni kru ni nyina ya bia ba akopɛ ash foam and also do any ekre na omo sofas and omo couches ukoji bie na also dem ayahomka in fact ahomkamli obi wura hon ma aka say yes me wura a living room
na
ahomkamuli na che say ahomkawom ash foam your couches ahodo your sofas ahodo kona bia wo fie ebenya bi ediesi amam say your bedroom say your living room say your kitchen say wardrobe na wo pɛ say friends saying poolside na wo pɛ headboards na wo pɛ and I say tables na wo pɛ drawers na wo pɛ dresses na wo pɛ ni nyina no you will be el honoma ya the designer and wiase de ekoi na ekɔ ha ye ma wiase enko enyaye enti ko ye showrooms a wo eye Ghana ha nyina na aba Santamantam titru Kumase dia Kumase mo ye ho Santase Tafo Ahodwo SG Mo main office na etafre Melody showroom no Kase Bora hoy na afei ko na kohwe eye enema na tobi fakosu fie na ofie enso enye fe mesro number no nie 0556 579214 0556 579214 na frey na enkodina internet so mo bi medada go amanfo te internet ne so na omudi amanfo dwirim mesro na manam de atodwa no frey na koho na eniomo enkodi edwa
afei mi busa se obesima wo Dettol liquid antiseptic liquid bi wo fi ana Dettol in ne fretete na di adwuma na wo de ye edoso pa vat se Dettol ni fi a ebema nyarewa enso atiasete wo wo no obusua no eso se wo Dettol wo fi a meso wo ene omofra busua ni nyina obi akudware a ubie Dettol konku ni ti na obu ni ti no na wo hwie de gu nsuo no na obano na asebusua mo de adware eboa ma efin biara a wo de padua no ho ana nsuo no na aboa mo bi bo mo amfo ani huo mo a ebekum mo nyina na abo de padua no ho ban afi mema wo hyewu a na bombs ababesi wabodwe se ase no mo de asa wo de Dettol na ebe hohoro wanim na odi dware hohoro wanim wie a uhyewu a onu ha obi asa ekro bibi na atwa akoda bi a fa Dettol gu nsuo fa hohoro so kama ma no sara so na fie so wo pepa form a wo mopo floor ene fancy tables ni nyina so a fa Dettol gu nsuo no mu na enyi gems a nipa wo ye de ense toto table no so nyina no efin bi wo ho ana wo fa akoda no de akoka na no eno nti form nyina wo pepa floor na wo mopo no mo de afa Dettol egu nsuo no mu na nye segment niema na wo besie nkora no ntade of the school wow de ade kwa adwuma no ye de nam ye de ho twitwi niema pi efin yade nko a se wo besi niema na bu Dettol na afa gu nsuo no mu asa na wo de washing powder gum na wasi ni nyina kama pa beba nsuo mu nyina bai ebi to o mem shop bia provision shop bia be obusa Dettol benya bi Mekom shop right ba bia ebuso ho FD4 aginkratoi atom
Yakwa wade na yakwa wade dia baby wo se register ya wade no KMA registry department ho yawo Ratri Park ho na ya office ho ye be yapono anopa no wotwe kopem se nunum ebebo na wotwe mu no meka efi Monday ekosi na Friday eso na nei se upe customary marriage certificate na ene wafiska 102 Ghana cedis assurance na odeko ubenya bi ni nyina no afi ordinance marriage certificate ofa 242 Ghana cedis na the assurance okwa na wakoje wo de afi customary divorce certificate 350 Ghana cedis ko onsabeka Ope certificate Aira 52 Ghana cedis na fako afei ope true certified copy no so na 202 Ghana cedis authentication of marriage certificate so osimu anasa oshemu kanase no kre trudo we marriage certificate trudo na 50 Ghana cedis na fako afei filing of notice caveat say first and final notice no church notice no 150 or 42 Ghana cedis na odeko afei o certificates Aira Ope production and afi ope a certified true copy so 152 Ghana cedis odekwa wonsa ebeka na eno ho ensem and afi sign emma certificates ewo sane meya mebebodin ehom customary marriage by proxy and a customary divorce by proxy and also certificate ewo ho bachelor's plus Spencer certificate and also ubenya ebiona legalization stroke attestation of document and also offer okwa yemema obi na odi ayejuma freyen 0592 565959 0592 565959 na enyo so anase ko social media handles no so Kumasi Metro City okwa nkita ho bia no ebetimi no wadi ewo ho
afei Kessben University College and American for the amount was Sweeney be a senior high school. Now, as what was Soko University, a Pomono, my main camp for Kessben University College, Mouse, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC for Jatum, na Oduamo Abata, Kwabena Owusu University of Science Technology, KNUS, the aboding crater degree be our free Kessben University College, no, if free KNUS na air standard Nick areas there, pepe. Na obi a we SS no so person koto adesua so e wo Kessben University College also nya 3 credit passes here course subjects on English, Maths and then integrated science. Now if you elective subjects me and science aka ho in this aggregate no extra 36 grade na say A up to D e bro so a je say ankoyi no we mature student when you fear the room na oni wasi abodi krata krabra wo experience to me ko school say share aba no eno no so bia bibinti wentimi ato adesua so na wo experience to me makenka ne atwe no ekwan no aso to go to adesua so course some ye ne bachelor of business administration ne BBA omi accounting option marketing human resource management na afi banking and finance BSc information and communication studies BSc computer science and entrepreneurship ne BA media and communication studies and trade juma kwaje mu degree na also timi ayeniye na admission form no pe biata multi credit savings loan krabata bi ashta Ghana member bi ho afi Kessben University College City Campus Adum eni asida how then ya the division mu afi oba Kessben Media Kessben FM Kessben TV ha ewo Kumasi na ko Kessben FM ewo enkran so asida 20 hours arosem circular obenye bi enso ato wo mu main campus no ewo Contas Lake Road o pass me se bia optimi ekọ na optimi ba Kumasi City Campus ewo dum eni asida house division from 0501 6373 83 0501 637383 na 0264 170475 0264 170475 eso
Ade na ma kwantu adwendwene atetew na ha ahawo a wo ha ha na to na do se sumwano na afeuma tipaye abesroi mesrawo e masa ade no nya odadwen wate eno nti na Kessben Travel and Tour ewo honum ene ni nkomo odadwen bi e fa okontu hono fa bedan na ye moa na tukwan no na tuna sundwe mu ene ahomkamu na kobra na bedi udwuma se de oso di no nei se hotel reservation na pesa wo ye ana se ticket ho nsem na pesa wo ye travel consultancy na wo pe ana se nei flight schedules no sen na ho nsem tie flight ben na eko ye de he na ne bo wo form de he na enkochin be ko direct ene de be ma transit ne kro ne be nyina no fa be dan Kessben Travel and Tour na afa ye mo an ye nye wakonto ho hihye nyina emfa emao na de de wom kura ne se be bia ni ho a ye be de me be kan ene se enei wodi usika aye oni manyina sika no asa no mesrawo akatikita betwa wonye sika ntwa fa be da Kessben Travel and Tour wate ye betwa ade amane ne wa ye ho hihye ukoba na hye wo ho no wodi super pepe na kyese yensa aka yesika obehu Kessben Travel and Tour ewo first floor Asida House Edum Kumasi Freyen was 0209 434999 0209 434999 na eniwo eni juma right ma yanko na fe yentie ensem ahodo ekoso mampanin eko to ewo aye flood prone areas ewo Greater Accra na ode ensem ahodo enso etudwa yanko na fe yankotie omampanin ensem ode tudwa omra obo anan eko ne nambia enso yiri etai eba no yentie omampanin ensem
at Black Star Square. A lot of the so like I said on Eid al-Fitr Day at the Black Star Square, a lot of the flooding in the city is caused by human activity. We are the problem. What is happening here does not affect the factories here. The water comes from somewhere, and once it can pass and continue, it will back up and affect the communities beyond. These are streams that existed long before our grandfathers were born. They are streams that flow from the Kwabena Mountains and find their way to the sea. Then we decided to come and build our capital city across the streams. So even if you build your capital city, you must allow the streams to flow through.
Eno ayo mampeni somebody to your sign charge the minister.
If you build and block a stream,
but
I've charged the Garrid Secretariat, and the hydrology section and the ministry to pay constant attention to make sure that all the projects that have been awarded under Garrid to make Accra resilient from flooding are speeded up as quickly as possible so that we can minimize the flooding. These have to do with the major drains, but they're also the minor drains that feed water into the main drains. And with some of those minor drains, it is just people building walls across or building their properties in the waterway that is causing flooding to their neighborhood and all that. And as I said on the day of the Eid al-Fitr, we're going to mark all those waterways, and any person whose property is in the waterway, the property will be taken out, so that we can minimize the loss of life and destruction to property that occurs every year. We cannot sit and throw our hands up in the air as if there's nothing we can do about it when we know the exact cause of what the flooding is. And so we're going to take this seriously. I've charged the minister. We're soon going to appoint the district chief executives. And so the minister and the district chief executives must all survey their various districts and see what is hampering the flow of water through their districts. And we will take
Ghana's inflation a drop for the third consecutive month,
rate of inflation
22.4% in March 2025, and also Yankona Fayinti and Sem na Yametwa and Commodus.
Rate of inflation. In the month of March 2025, year-on-year inflation stood at 22.4%, which simply means that general price levels of goods and services between March 2024 and March 2025 went up by 22.4%. This indicates a slowdown in rate of inflation, as year-on-year inflation for the month of February 2025 stood at 23.1%, slowing down by 0.7 percentage points to 22.4% for March 2025. Disaggregating this from a food and non-food perspective, we recorded a 7.8 percentage point difference between food inflation, which stood at 26.5%, and non-food inflation, which stood at 18.7%. In the month of March 2025, we have recorded a much sharper decline in food inflation, which declined by 1.6 percentage points, and a marginal decline in non-food inflation, which declined by 0.1 percentage points between February 2025 and March 2025. From a locally produced item and inflation on an imported item perspective, we recorded a 5.3 percentage point difference, with inflation on locally produced items 24.0% for the month of March 2025 relative to 18.7% for inflation on imported items, leading to the 5.3 percentage point difference between inflation for locally produced items and inflation on imported items. From a regional perspective, we recorded approximately a 2 times difference between the region that recorded the highest rate of inflation, which was Upper West region, which recorded a rate of inflation of 36.2%, relative to the Volta region, which recorded the lowest rate of inflation of 18.9% for the month of March 2025. From a month-on-month perspective, general price levels...
Inflation a drop up to 22.4% in March. Okankwe Central MP Honorable Patrick Boama and Ra also a PM Ewaha na okosoboto edum fire victims no also yako na fe yako akuti also ensema wade etudwa enso hosa already na yako akuti no na fe atebu manten endizifu adwa nyina ne se omampeni yede asembe tu wanim se more MP and MP when you didn't crown the bar face this year, no one fan qua a mampany and sent to me bruta and also whom some and so our ha.
Almost say on one mampany.
So much you some don't propose a quay.
It don't propose a mampany. Is it automatic said the other coin a mampany? No,
may I go Timra of I go Timra.
Chairman, General Secretary, Adiba Misadi Yao, Ewumimune say, your party leadership from National Chairman, General Secretary, and the President Ankasa, no man in the year. A blue appointment, Omun Fabu, and Matebu Amantin constituency. Yes. Come on, Munina, your campaign, no. Omun from the CSA. Yeah, we need elections, sir. Your constituency executives. Together with opinion leaders in the party, yeah, they be decided Nipa or Bebabedi and him as MC. Yeah, we need narrative from assistant. Consensus executives on which I'm including my chairman. But Pukran knew what national Obia from our consult to Omu. As to whether as a MNC or Bentian as a MNC, and the Amphania MC. Now, oh, I'm calling out more from here, Mama, who have phone, Nessa Colabin and her phone swap. O person be equals to a from one year, no baby son. Never send a national for 1 year, massa. A draw appointment there. Now, Yana here, you might grassroots. A crossing snakes and crocodiles. A chassis, a buoy namu. No mo buye no consultation. Ye from kura mo nyɛ omumfa. Na o party na so run say o pa so collapse party na so pa so eni
we
ye do party ya bre pa na ya bedu ba bia
yanko aye Patrick Boama ho na fe enti ono so de oba aye dum PZ blue light no obey o madoye ne sama odi tudwa enti ono so mra
and I want to do come on before you know about to do so as you can see some radio
na menemo yebesu menemo yebefa ne kwan a yebetimi afa ade asiesi adun ne sibia amanfo ho akire mo okrom ha esa se kofi ka chem o se nipa be 10,000 ene di dwa wa ha na sasem say to the pa ene akire do enti awie men so Bikra Minsem, me some say 50,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, I de. And 200 bags of cement. Here we are. A human chassis, I mess on 50,000 I had Abacao. 900,000. Enti Mesremo, Sani Amadi Muhuni, Matrase Busiano, Mesremo, Mumaniasa, Monsua, Yadisika.
Enti we okay Honorable Patrick Boama and on also the supported by na ohwemu na chese MP for Oforikru MP for friends Subin na ono so edimu ebia na omo ehwe eye ensem ho na waba mamra ho na fe minti kakansa na
me pick na ye atibo mantin die no
ho na person ko
nya honko wi ameko K2 South
okay
on say K2 South of Krata by say serial callers no omo pa appointments bi na yamfa sa appointment no ama omo a ene omo so ombegye adwuma ye omo nya adwuma ma party no bio appointment no omo pe no omo listening nyina say omo de koma mampani say omo na abre omo gye ani aye adwuma ma NDC amanyuko na ba power but the ba say ye che ye fa manfo adwuma mu no K2 South ho wo mo enya bi ya che se omani abre pa che se omalese bebi omope ohun ade nye se bi a ye mfa wadwuma keke wo no alese se
hana mpe
panko ha
okay
ambo bi nchiro
bobi chere ofa
omo chere se ye mfa omni pe num e wo nadmo 5 ye mfa omni pe num e wo youth employment agency YE
okay
ye mfa omni pe num e wo national security
constituency
ye form national security
be national constituency executive and say regional
K2 South for K2 South constituency
kwa ahon na mpese minya
constituency no kwa K2 South nko a
yemfa num
yemfa onipa num nko nadmo enum wo youth employment yemfa num e wo national security yemfa mienu e wo school feeding yemfa mienu e wo as government appointees ene o man kire appointment kro yema omo tricycles enum abobo ya na se prapra enum niensa ma omo tricycle abobo ya enum niema omo pragya no so enum
yema omo motor na motor angasa so enum
niema omo 5 slots premix site
esi
niema omo pi so omo ansa nka we dia ene omo ndi K2 South no omo serial callers so omo nya adwuma
enti and this where serial callers no from
serial callers nko a
nya K2 South
no serial callers nko
serial callers we various constitution so yes I request here
multiply this by the 276 constituencies
wow anyway
ebi ne Atiwa Mantin de nya ho nso nko ebi so atwomampo nua so bi bo ba Atiwa Mantin de eme ngwangwa ne se wo kai se omo ye beti no omo ye in the region ana constituency executive bia wo meboa ye frɛ bia ejoso municipal na bia Ashanti region penifo na ye na kwesinom na class ya constituency executive ne den what obi na nipa omo ba ye busam say do you know them what have they done in the constituency they no
mo di omo ho dance
mini constituency ba ko busa obia chairman we uni no chairman dey na campaign o ye no waka ni nyina we boy iska we ye ne call ha we ebuso obi kura busa say wo contest no wo t-shirt wo party t-shirt So to share the way you were him so a party ba. Everyone was at table amante to process here war and say a bunu is the unframe.
So no more can say young consortium, see young consortium.
Since I did not friend of Mecca. Because I say yeah no original. As I near shortlist in the party the other day. Aqua crap. I feel that train yeah vetting wa crowd.
Some process
in that the nina no be so makasata ma yeah vetting origin bia de na your friend regional chairman no secretary ya mfra and I saw more pick and I'm the muntina.
Obekaya, I think last week or last 2 weeks, almost the a year bonti, I mean, some carrying no news. Say, one more day a year, a friend saying, MP no kohano dia, on for this year, Mramanti. Means I know an escalate your baby sad.
Exactly. Say also at table amante, Sanja Nanja. On a controversial. I have put any do boy in Agrocra. It's that was what they were saying. So no frate with dia. We can be a maintaining MC. Yes, and nothing that this idea about because some can say time I betting or region be a capitano. Say regional constituencies get the from dia and they are late.
I check.
It's not. It can never be true.
I check
because one of the listen. If I'm on some no listen if you more constituency and a bar region. Na betting about near South Maba. Na mo be dia dance for the munim wo nipa no ho. Ansa na o me short list no. But me gidi say e bi e wie short list no. And young consort or mo say nipa we mi ensa na e de o mo ko. Ti de o mo tese ye betting no wa kra no. No say da bi ye nipa bi anya dey enim.
One thing I mean, no son say. Sometimes listen, Ebecono. Ebedum can be a become.
Now, send the apologies. If you have a come appointment, they shall say, but what would you call it? Okay. Appointment be to me back. Yes, you must see post we. What are for Frasa?
Okay, anyway. Politics. Maybe a bit sadness. Maybe I only put on the Obia. I'm the choir now. Be a man appointment letter. O could office or cotrano. No, you're the catcher and say, Mamma Vaki in the man. And your friend said, "We know now, okay, don't come baby for." And yes, son, no. It's another politics, see, baby. Say, MP, so more but trouble, trying a year. You have quite you were from last minute. It's other MMDC is the idea. It you about me, Busa say, about Kumasi, I say, why never the mayor of Kumasi? That is a big question. Big dollar, $100 million question.
$100 million. Who becomes the mayor of Kumasi? Or maybe a veteran, you watching him. My last pick, Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yes, sir, Donald Trump said it. Ghana, a dear, come here, a dear, a wadi ba America. Donald Trump was slambo terrorists, our country, so what the Ghana Becca home, 10%. Donald Trump say Ghana. You near me, they babaji 10%. Yeah, they ba America, yes,
only also for also person strengthen economy. Economy no
here for no free way.
Here for no why.
EU, Canada, Mexico, Russia, China,
let's say
10%.
Let's say to 50%. I'm the
social law of taxation. You were graduated steps. Yeah, the calculated tax. And nothing will be a cat to your sir. Yeah, man, tax exemption. Yeah. See a calculated tax or maybe now get you a beer 500 Ghana. Untia tax because about bear I'm the referee exact figure no. Initial figure up to bear almost 1,000 Ghana there. We were exempted from tax, I think 500 plus. Yeah. What does it mean? It's just a here for no one only be none and what's IGB. Yeah. Not Donald Trump was Trump sanction as a tariffs on countries. What the Ghana was say 10%. Yeah, don't like a cry, you could pay the abano. See a cotonia you be a $200,000. What's all the 20,000? Trump who Ghana mobile. Who Ghana mobile? How do my African countries here, Susan? Ye free. Nanka Maya Cassiano, or more scanny beano, or now the Geom de before America. Trump
or my own toy.
NASA USA, the other brayers who die. Cacraso, a America. Now, okay, as Agua, African growth and opportunity at the buy. No, see a fat test as near America Metro. That opportunity is still there. Kakra cry de konya dollar ne kakra. E de abeso so ye sika mu se be ye free no. Ye be de ba osi enya $1 million biya obete $100,000. The Trump say only Ghana free na yeah bobo. Oh yeah some more.
There's a plea from Ofa to Trump say only Ghana for free. Anyway, man can message and sign about Yura Frank to a champion hona yedin come say Honorable Kennedy Kwesi can come and so babe cancer na afe yedi jumedino. I say I have sent money today, no e-levy, thanks to Mr. President from Kojo Sempa Furniture Works Edum Kumasi.
Hey, Kojo Sempa, rapper de mecha no pay.
No de dia aba.
So hoye pa.
Where's security? I sent 240 Ghana cedis to a friend this morning. I was charged 1.80 by the MTN. No e-levy was charged. I became very sad why Ghanaians are happy to pay fees for Tesco's, which will eventually be used to develop their country. But I refuse to pay e-levy to develop this country, Ghana. I feel very, very sad for this nation. From a champion so dear or the Abanobia on the release. OPK, a patriotic voice, our God. So regards to doctorization by Mr. Amankwa Jare Isaac, MPP Sunyani West Constituency Second Vice Chairman. Mahama and NDC should stop disturbing our ears on betting tax, and even emission tax was not in existence because nobody was taxed on it under Nanado and MPP government. And even if they abolished 4 taxes and introduced 4 new taxes with COVID levy making 5 taxes, they have done nothing. There's much ado about nothing. Robin Peter to pay Paul, 4 prices are going up. Galamsey is on its worst state. In its worst state, and at them, cocaine business is going on under Mahama and NDC, and this is not the reset they promised Ghanaians, which is very shameful. Regards to and also the Abrene Anopei, the incompetent party MPP. Their time is over, so let them stay away from NDC government. John Mahama is entitled to reset Ghana. Ghanaians are still remember the hardship that Akufo-Addo took Ghanaians for years. If it is, yes, it is true. Regards to Dr. Frank Amwakohene, the Ashanti Regional Minister, and also Lawrence Bache Eke Buche, sorry, and Kwanta, Unity Oil Filling Station. If indeed President John Mahama is serious to stop the Galamsey menace, why doesn't he implement the advice he gave to former President Akufo-Addo when he was in opposition? He told Akufo-Addo to declare state of emergency and suspend all forms of mining. As the big wigs behind the menace and not the small boys and girls who cannot buy even excavator ties, etc. So what prevents him from implementing these policies? Talk, they say, cheap. And also, we educate me concern the lost ECG containers. Energy Minister made it clear on the floor of Parliament that transition mentioned 3,000 containers handed over to him after some months. He cross-checked and found 2,500 containers after decided another cross-checking some weeks after 800 containers gone again under his watch. Now, letters to clear the containers to avoid demurrage is popping up. Who do we blame? And also, Edia or the Abrene Anope. Musa Beto Ewaswase say the doomsayers who labeled John Mahama's promise to abolish levy, betting tax, and emission tax as a scam has been proven wrong. True to his words, these nuisance taxes have been scrapped, easing the burden on hard-working Ghanaians. This is the kind of leadership the country has been yearning for. The future is indeed looking brighter for the people of Ghana. I wish Our Excellency Vice President a speedy recovery. The rest of the messages I'll come for them later. Baba Menko na mema Frank Otu Echampong Akwaba, or a member of the NDC communication team Ewo Ashanti Region. Frank. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yeah.
What the other Roman and I know more to Yetiasi. Konya with them, you're soon buoyant to a memo, penning for years of you. Edding, I'm sure, and none of pay. Near the kind. Mamicha, Miamira, His Excellency, the President of the Republic. John Dramani Mahama. Krababia will be on a private show, a council. All
right.
Now, memra region him. By region him, so dear. Let's Frank Amwakohene Minister. Odi Jumason de Mag Asante Mine Ghana man Michelle Frank Amwakohene. Mamencha Augustus Nakosia or NDC party chairman of Ashanti region. Chano. Then near to Honorable Johnny Osekofi, former deputy chief of staff. Accra, Machaba Bia or Bia, did Juma K University, is your ponimo. Now, the Trato Kra, Mamencha Miami of a big edu. Western North party chairman, no sign. Council of State member or Western North. But that's KOD. Right.
Mamen call number Honorable Kennedy. Kwesi Kankam Akwaba. And then my bunny. No mistake today. Never called there.
Oh, I don't know by what they
formal MP MI share so formal MC Ma Asokore Mampong district. Now municipal. Municipal, right. Miensha say na yenin komono through to the words of the press His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, some taxes ya oshebo ewo eye ni campaign mu eye ni manifesto mu nkrodeba wedi otimi eyi ni nyina edi efri honum. Frank, ma mention say efri ho.
Right. Me na KOD. Me Joshua Bru. Na the controversial e-levy eba ya Ghana mu ni nyina sabi sorry aye na ekwankro union MPP for that time omna na wo abamu fa kwani asa nyina so di 11 ba be so Ghana for kon na mabru mbayowa mrantie nkokrawa mrewa edam say generation we are wo mu no we are all moving towards the cashless society enunti no yina na sabi o kokrom kra na won fasika anto ho usika no na wo de ato sabi ofun so de o kodidwa e wo bia northern region free Ashanti region ko northern region na koto bia nkatia da adua na o de ne sika na ato ne fun so ntina enka ya de a eboa oman yi e fasika kra bia ho ni omodwumadie nyina na nka eboa ma oman sabi yakọ anim ema the then former vice president Kraka said no e-levy ya de a sabi sabi mobro wa fo kakra ana omo ho okọ hihia mu na yesu mu ba mo ne mo ntino nka to pa de me mfa bi nto so na nka yen sustain no ntide tie na but the then president nka say there be chinchina or the 11 about the by ampa 2022 almost start and I think say omuji ya baje ya bisi na ne hu dwuma die poti pa 11 by omo de bedi nti ye bonto a ye NDC amanyoko de ka kire Ghana fo nyina se obo de ya dom na nanom so de hu afufi a ye ba ye de 11 no ye betwam na Ghana fo ahunu sabi hia se omudi sika abeto fon so de adi sabi akoniaba anase adi atrantwi ampa Ghana fo to aba ne ma ye de osie yoyo na watwe na watwe mienu atwam na I think the parliament too so aba was it last week or so yes and a parliament too so aba said no correct yen twa sa 11 no any other related taxes it is a betting tax any emission tax and yen free ho na ampa president no enu adai ordinance ahase because ye to aba no parliament we was a president needed in sashase ansa na dimu enti enu adai na Owura John Dramani Mahama His Excellency ordinance ahase enti abaye mra amasese no obi biara sabi obedi sikasem ho akoniaba awo ne phone so no nyade a 11 no de ebetwa to so bio omo a inuanum kuma inuanum kuma mpo because better na de say obi a untumi hu age category omo ye obi a mpanifo nkokora mrewa obi a ye bi nti no say okotwa obeta oni da so ne say aban emefa sika bia free phone so na emom de obedie na no ana nsabeka asam de yemo aban na baso efri say odi ase
ho no mame mo sasam kakra because betting there yenim said there ho ensam tie na kamanfo bresusu ne say senkanye campaign promise was it the right thing to have done say betting tax obeyi e dey free ho say bi akoy campaign promise wa promising to ya na wo ye
binia KOD mejoso ebru na menyi asemo ya no kwanso kokwanso because who say to whom much is given much is expected say the brony be can no the other man on the head do free ni ho and for that matter senka ye beje betting tax every omo betting ho a na nka megidi say sɛ nipa no so hia sika no ɔkɔ ho hiahiam na nka ohia sika bi kura de atwa belt ne bi mu a na nka wɔ sɛ aban no so yɛ den ɛma no bibi kakra to no se phone ne so sɛ de bɛyɛ a obetumi de atwa na odi aban yɛ den ate ne sika wo sabi o man nipa ne kapre ɔno a tena se crack brains no ɛhyehyɛ ne odds ne ho ahwan a jame de mentwa bintimi ne mo tem se ne papa ɛhyehyɛ ne odds ɛne dian ya na nyame na adom na owinia wo se ma beto 10%.
A country a friends and gift to cry what tax or hunting can you get in tax and can say
of I say bibi or that I say bibi pa because me compare musica no e dey be di dwuma no. So why Mohammed dia me di and say your friend say because at the end of the day company na me need this nkita hodie no what tax o better company na ban agene tax dwuma dia o di na ban agene tax nti me kwakodi dwuma na say what me double tax
okay
because company na me need friends nkita hodie na o di kan tax no dwuma wo di no so nti me a ni customer na me ne ba be di dwuma no so say wo san tax me ka ho I think say omo friend brofo bi counterproductive so ati ase ehun sabe ehun shada no e manfa so bia enu nti sa ban so ye free ho I think say it's a step in the right direction ye ko yanim no o make provision for sa sika na oman no e be hwere oman no they've made provision say de be ya e benya sa sika no na dwuma dia na ban so odidie no yen so ye di sa dwuma no e di sika na ko di sa dwuma no so all in all they make me catch Ghana man NDC for nyina ne say ye de osia yoyo ye mo aban na baso na ye ko yanim no mi gidi mapa se nhihye bebre gu akwan mu a aban no de begu apono so se de be ya Ghana ni bia no se be ho be hare o dwumadi bia odi o ma we mu emission tax no so ye free ho ye free ho that's also another tax and say be a nuisance to the Ghanaian populace and for that matter say ye free ho enu so bio me san bo aban na baso se wa ya de na ye ko yanim no mesre aban say ekromu still ekromu da so ehye enoma bo no still no okwa ato an ye tutum nti mi ma be NDC ni de ma de sre dia ma de be sre ban ne say sense she bi wo ho bet ma immediate ya omo fangu akwam na yan communicators we go round da bia na nipa na boss bo na mo ba ye de na ma ye still enoma bo dia ya na ye din nti mesre say na daroma your excellency nhye no infrastructure nema kakra said de be ya kromu bejo na nema bo na I stable kakra na timamu fo no so ha haro mo be da so mi
member honorable na fe government assent to the scrapping of these taxes and some mission tax e-levy and a betting tax no to two. The other taxes are assigned, and I said the other bills are assigned in such as a good board, or assigned a friend saying VAT homes and some on capping of friends and NHIS and Nina. Mami too, honorable.
Yeah. The kind of my main fat chamati for you and the Ghana for you now. Omo TV because every day so I don't know say what TV so any TV so yeah of course almost so ya chia omu nyina so na me call Frankfurt and go for tea or Frankfurt bar one a gentleman be na funny so why me make a beautician yeah
okay
now me okay me normally no so mo trus wana o kasa na sesa no o ye barbering o ye saloon na sefo no wo Ghana no akosi do Frankfurt e Dennis on the Royal Park en ja hono say Dennis wo e wo Frankfurt o ye boga o Germany
okay
di bachia no se benchia o man ana Rosemary Yaboa ono so wo ho ne one ne ba Lloyd Yaboa o mo nyina ye nkofo mo Frankfurt ana mi ankaza mi nyan so di machi direct yeah, member 2. One of those or Frankfurt with me, or Munina or Frankfurt. Africa, how much me? Hey, Cody. Taxes a free ho. Yes, scrap is no news in Ghana.
Right.
Of course, started from 1992. Since the inception of the constitution there at that time, you're returning to back to a civilian rule. After say a military rule, taxes be pre. There are a lot of laws who require promote free. criminal libel law kaya. If you want one of the laws and a gagi a media for nasi for ye betwemo. You buy MBB buy the number of taxes every repeal, a doors was saying. A year the NDC for a buy your money abay. Just that politics na to the be a I had them manipulated every free assem. Said the President Mahama was gonna afford the more short memories. More if you have some tentemty. We are not say you cry within the shortest possible time, no more be free. Saturday and I so and says politics no Emma I pave way for a year sebekra immoral activity cramp no na ya man credence.
Okay.
So what I mentioned. Yes, Johnny and Colano. Na chacha ye ade bia na ye chiri kra. Na wo to chacha na ye bachiwo. Okay.
Yeah.
Ne chim chacha.
Pa.
Aha, o ko ye betting. O ko to spa. O ko ye o ze na etimi what say o ale kra na o ko to na o ye ne chacha. O wana police be supu mu nyina. But as time goes on no, it is say China money nyina na our moral issues are being dwindled away by politics. So yeah, we shall because will be Bobe Sibra and now yeah to say two an hour yashawa. And we say so now very, very awkward. Because choose a way you have why you are boy yeah, nay serious. And then obiti trans social media so. Now what is price you know no one any moon you know all the channel.
Yeah.
Which in chim no now or can which is serious. Into I said even some political parties intimidate those group these people, this kind of people.
Yeah.
And their money di gra kwa ko man friend be slave queens. And I mean na omo wo di bi so omo sa de massa group of people ni bi omo friend no bi te say omo friend is a cry. Pimp no ye de ode bema. One de bema no ne friend o ye pimp no. But omo wa yi bi omo friend no. Omo body din me person me body no because I say me tell you to say how didn't anya ade ya common on my lips. So what I mention no. Enti politics ama I to say fair ye cry ye free. Independence. So enti me dey ya ye ko ye ba nyina no. Eye sika na ehwe. Ghana o budget area beto nyina no you say expenditure and the revenue and as the income and expenditure and yes you satisfy budget no and I the oman nyina ma NDC for and you na the key na what the vote of Ghana Bank of Ghana ya man ya da mom the ompeso mu ye bia sika kro ompeso mu twa bi ometi me twa bi the omu pe bia ya di mu agudie nyina ya den aka mu enti kwa mba fa so a Ghana no be koso no omu na omu so mu fa so it's bibi any news
any news.
Oh, what is news?
But people are saying say nipa ka say especially with the 11 ka ho bi and a ma mo ban e free so because kamutia ka sane ma no amma
11 at that time no you miss say na ehia na say na o say emre bia na ade wo ho say na me ka no emre bia atwa mu no na tutu bra ye bone but ne I had to say I have business. I have business. And I'm a but I'm na etomuna tutu brabo. Nebi na Ghana ha no economy ni nti se de na tienti na kanisa. But see na obi so fi se me na menya me ho me body. Na se me ton de didi a enye wasem a. People see say ono so a business. Oko krobi so to say Bulgaria, oko baby to say UK, oko baby to say Holland, oko profit and boy no. Those things no is legalized. I am Crawford J permita or no the say me juma me ya ne say me bought besi bra na me bought coffee bra na me bought tutu bra. I don't know emre bia wo said ye siba. Yeah time I did 11 iba no. Now you shutting Ghana down for almost a year because of COVID. So bekaya. Now you shutting Ghana down. Kumasi mo ya na Ghana for a refuse say Kumasi do baby no. E are ne ba ye no do baby ne Kumasi atu Kumasi. Okay, say so the police need be go akwa bi o say okwo hina o say okwo you can say your argument has fall flat. Okay, say say no. Ni nyina ye no ba besi ko.
Yeah.
Na ni pakura o pie free wo dem a at the point in time any 10 years go.
Yeah. Oh, do 5 years.
Do 5 years. Na wo pie kura na de ne. Bagana fo nyina re fi say at that time no na nipa nye productive bi. Na the revenue aspect of the part of the budget na because on kwa juma on the meche no umpie unya hwe esa aban no pa aduane ne ebechama mo e wo mo dem ho aduane kura no PS o de nose mask kata hwene wa hwene yare no be spread yare ne bi je wo ese quarantine wo ye pe special place bi e koye e de omu kogu infection center ye kora ye de nipa gugu obo wa nanka me bo we nanka straight away ka ya frɛ emergency for say ye me fa me call nipa we 4 years ago into 5 years process. That was the situation that we find ourselves. It is that time no so say wo kwa o de wo amfa yi levy na de be ko na ko fa ada ayi say wo ko impose tax a nipa no opia ko fa no akogye sa tax no wo su ko increase e bia to a to no nipa no what you have shut aman no wo ko gi to ni we anything no so wo obi a on say finance ase ana wo nim account na wo nim money na ba budget na eno na we no e ba ne sa no a na I say wo keka no e de frafra. I see. That time no one of the easiest way na obetimi anya revenue e Ghana was use the e-levy. Yeah. Because honey the ocean democrat or transact business. People were doing business, online business. Into oyena or talk and the adiana no tuaka we na sika ne conforma as or restore or as or restore ne accounts no timi to us the business. All the mention as or reload. And it was a place that now wait me, but because governance is about expenditure and having an innovative way of financing the expenditure. Okay. So it's not news. Now no see here you know say NDC for your budgeting. See here omo expenditure na ye revenue almost say there's a shortfall. That's a budget gap of 46 billion Ghana cedis. I can say o my chihye ni o ma ebedi ni de obobo ni afi ni nyina mu no wo na meche no aka kire Ghana for say ye beye we enso so 46 billion cedis bi o mu nim ba bi o menya sika na free enso o si edi na say o me ka dia say oh wa hihye budget no aye ni bibia o akire say ebedi we ye beye kwa ye be women's bank ye beye we our expenditure side no kama but do say ye buzo so kwa first can we no ye be kwa first can we ha ye be first can we go ha ye kwa first afi budu na still na a short to buy 46 billion afi they don't even know how to finance it because budget financing na the revenue side o ko jeje taxes na wa jeje levies and the American say na wa ko donor agencies all the mention na wa ko loans now they are fra all the mention sa na o ma we ni dey ana toribu also so person budget no balance maybe you cut your revenue you cut your expenditure na amany revenue na ba revenue na ba be at par now no mo budget amu ye mo se mo new kwan ye be fast so be finance 46 billion Ghana cedis of the budget. That is a gap. You can't gap anybody be and I'm person me breaking it down my nyina 18 and tiase ye say the chika na o mo tro so bo bedi no o ma hwehwe ba bi e benya sika na free sisi ana aka 46 million Ghana billion Ghana cedis ye ni ba bi e benya free. That is a budget deficit. Yeah. No, the make me hear that man for the 46 billion no omunya be free. But se kwa mbe faso betimi nya the betimi aye budget deficit and say one other say ube introduce new taxes like the way say omu yi 11 omu so omu di roto eba asama me got say say roto no eba jijini nyina no and 46 billion no there should be another way other say ube increase productivity productivity no factory be no bie wo kwakwa say adwuma no okay. And I didn't go just say, Matthias is almost a taxi galamsey for no mining industries, you know, you could just special money be any taxes be or mining. Or the mining, mining industry. Mining industry, what almost cost special levy be. Now, no companies in Ghana are going to be taxed 5% special company tax. Okay. Wow. And the Mamon Yamaj was say, where ye 11 if you hotel or yard for they are introducing new taxes. Now no 1D1F I did tax exemption no almost say 1D1F tax exemption no mu yi ni nyina free ho e che say one district one factory bia omu ye adwuma bia no say omu de omu ni oma na ba that taxes na nke de ma omu ni oma kolo na nke omu timbe production e ma production ye low nya e ton low no that de omu ni nyina be free ho say say me na ma bia one district one factory na dem raw material ma na wa ma me tax exemption na me de beduru a na me ye me production wi a I have to include my duties in the final price of the production no? Yeah. So about this ana prices at the market are going to shoot up.
Baby.
Nabi na me ko betua duty e de nyoma ba pamata ade amawa o se me nte so duty no me de be shem because my final product selling price no, I have to also input in the duty that I've paid. Right. Now no mo so mo be yi ni nyina free ho. So anasa companies na all Ghanaian companies are on budget of 5% ni nyina no the companies will put it in their price build up. And you also give it to the final consumer.
I see.
It is a utiya. Call me panel na kasano. Unzo be kan say. Oh we no conclude say. Obesre President John Mahama say sisi ase no mat bo kosoro mani mo yede. Enti be yan komo hwe no mo nya yi. Nyesa no kai. That is the effect of it.
Okay. Tie yi ha na esa ko hye ba bi.
Enti na me kan say. Asama me kan say. Say wonti eya onim accounting ana onim finance ana onye obi a budget expert nyoma we no onti ase ana onye economics ana onti economics city because in economics no uye free baby no now the question baby o eya checks and balances anything as osha ni nyina back to the normal accounting table no profit and loss, income and expenditure, revenue and expenditure. Ningina no the same accounting table no. Okay. But baby you should be any different. Say private entity income profit and loss accounts. Private is not becano. Say a government entity a revenue and expenditure. Okay. So I mention no. Say a normal obi onu zudi ni gana obey income and expenditure. Okay. Oh, and ningina no the same thing with different names. All right. And it no me so conclude no. Okay, just say as a normal boy dey. But we should also tighten our belt because normal boy because na me confirm your mama. E ma over duty me to so. E ma me mfa me ya adwuma ya essential e neat. Asa me ka dia say no. Now me kan kire me say me wi me turn for Ghana for. I'll put in my price build up na kosro. What the majority ye nyina no ye nya ready say 46 billion budget deficit bi o. It has not been. We have not been able to trace it. Oh, Kwabena Owusu Dankwa trace it. All
right, I'll come back to you. May I say,
budget deficit in Sabi, for Madaro, my bro, and yet I feel in 2017, you know, MPP for budget or more. Eddie share budget in Muse, Ombamayan, Ashanti region, 5 interchanges. So I say, so there was a budget deficit then.
Anyway, when you can't find it.
Yes, you can't find it.
So my question is, why should we successive government continue to have that? We need baby but they be shame. Why should it be that way?
I think it's a problem. And we should.
That is the question.
Yeah. You cut your coach according to the size of your material. Yen hwe your ho. Say the city na yen say the friend is
I'll come back to you. Yeah, Baba hwe Janet Nabla or the Galamsey who fight. I be fast be kono e de aba. E Baba hwe no pay ne din komo e wo ha. Is the right the RTI bill functional and applicable in Ghana? In broad daylight, freedom of expression is dead in Ghana. Is the days, dark days reminiscent of military decrees days restored? Mahama Sedun Ketia controlling DC. What do you take Ghanaians for? Kekusi Audioso and Odwe Abrene Anope. Abbas Amogobo Ewo Fenso. What a good work done by scrapping the obnoxious taxes called e-levy imposed on Ghanaians by Kufuor and Bawumia. We are now waiting for President Mahama to arrest all the Kufuor appointees to account for the taxes they collected from Ghanaians. May the Almighty God bless President Mahama for relieving the Ghanaian people from paying these wicked taxes. All right. Could you please tell President Mahama to stop charging his appointees. He charged Kofi, and there was no show from President message and I see come again. From Chef Manatosu Kumasi, I say, it is good that e-levy and betting taxes have been scrapped. I can only hope and pray that government doesn't replace them with a quarterly increase in electricity tariff. whilst some people are celebrating, I know the tricks of GM and his NDC, but not this time. Ghanaians are watching. Regards to all NPP media patriots in Ashanti region. Okay, that's it. Eric Kwekubwadi, Patriotic Voice Obechim, say, let's all come together and pray for Ghana because the country is in the wrong direction. President Mahama promised to use AI to fight Galamsey, but today Galamsey is rather fighting President Mahama and his NDC. All right. And also at the end, we see now NDC didn't talk. Don't talk about the 24-hour economy again. No. Why? Because now, looking at the way U.S. President is working, John Mahama and NDC government propaganda, Nkwa John Mahama, Sophia, Ekufu, Galamsey is still killing us. So labor unions, pastors, imam, LGBTQ, and Galamsey is still pending. Please call for demonstration again. Sawa Ewusunyane, not the way about. So removing E-levy is not the issue. Galamsey is still going on. First year university student fees have not been refunded. 10% didn't come to our salaries. Labor unions come out from the four, not the way about. Prince Wonkransa, Mr. Host, NDC members, you think John Mahama is the person you can rely on. If you are fooling yourself and die, God will punish you. Okay, if you fool and you die, Ghanaians will punish. God will punish you. Good morning. This John Mahama tour is a propaganda because he was in government before and he knows all the things aside that he is saying in staying in Accra. So he stopped too much talking. NDC, they are talking too much. Even salary increment didn't appear on our salary in our salaries from Edu Ken UST campus and Oduwe Abrain and pay Capito our Goso Menshia or say the very lies and propaganda which brought JDM and NDC to power will expose them because now everything is going higher and higher, especially the kenke that they promised Ghanaians under the administration will be reduced to 1 city, but now it's almost 10 cities. In all lies, MPP is still the best. Regardless, regards to Chairman Chemical, okay, and also Edia, whatever. Mayamra, now you the fight against Galamsey. Honorable, Mame Enshase, and free ho, na afe yenhwe. The chairperson and leader of PMP, I say, Mumfa Ghana Shen in some 1 month. Galamsey will stop because, ono, debia kubiku nipa, be nipa be yedunum, and I say, if you do, eko, mosa, wow, obusieni beba. Yeah, I say ubodi ubaba fani asacho e de account kwan a e be fa so e betimi akon Galamsey eno no the NDC aban e de campaign ahodo the promises ahodo but still Galamsey is going on yen hu ne pomasibre the land minister Babonting at committees ahodo still Galamsey e koso. How do we fight this menace?
Bidin say illegal mine and there see I say the being is one I say I am more crime e wo mine compared to the previous government.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen now.
Yeah.
Because I hear the impunity. Any the way a party for only be a show forces. Once the BPT na will be a dodge you. Now it is a speculation. Yeah, and that could you didn't know my own to Mizobakaya. Near Hofan. Only Nipa night say the name say your body and I didn't know touch it. But we would dear Okwaya as police for we call site to be of the western region as the central region baby. NDC for chairman dream kakas o mo pede o mo boma mona money and all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
And you can see that people you many more actually say o mo di o mo fees o ma buy na aba nti adwuma no e Galamsey no as a kwan bia so yes ade no which is very bad. When it happens in MPP time no na nyina e mo be fee say e very bad.
Yeah.
And they are about MDs and NDC by engine and young Macassa a bad. Nancy, no moo ye Galamsey. What is it? A yini I'm any be a between woman Yinana, Kwabena Owusu Obi answer Obi answer is shown a yinebu monchumo, sir, as shown it to me far excavators. Any tipper tracks, I don't believe Jumano. A chinina could go up and assign a backata, Omuninaso. But depending, you know, was able as women to me evacuated the pan what a guy was shouting, I didn't move but to be anchored. Now, the one is with the bacteria assassin. At the volcano, all the metric one. Now, Chimban in the US, you know, it's not to say, you know, that is how it was. But Cody, Sassamia Papa Kai, and I'm at my American. This is not the first time. Sorry, no, ABSC. When him say a former speaker, a deputy speaker of parliament, Joe Seusu, was all Kakas and Kayanya shoot a kill. All the major, because I know the best a year between me and Boa. Some of us we support it 100%.
100%.
Me cry them. Me catch you was even shoot using human beings to shoot and kill no. And who name was also be many pakra bre. Let's fly drones. Ammunition drones.
And then one juma.
Hey, papa. No be a go. Then the drone will fly back to the base like the way they a drone call is for the drone no echo distributor in war. You know,
health
friend, that facility grad refi. One the major blood drone center
zip line
for a drone center and the blood the some materials cause areas and I cut off. Nti say Ukraine Russia war. Say any nipa na ekon. Nyina na nipa na ekon. Ebo the drones. Onya sati drone na wa fly drone. Okwa na wakujai missiles go. Na papa na abane baby.
Why will you suggest say yenye ne sa? Why I didn't know say yenku nipa because of
Cote d'Ivoire for fast to galamsey.
No.
Cote d'Ivoire for. Omo galamsey for na last time omo bi ka say asen crofo na be pie wo eye wese region baby. Because emra Cote d'Ivoire for no ya omunya no they decided to fight them
with ammunition.
And then Kofono was fully loaded. Almost with ammunitions. And you know, almost to fight it back. So it was like a war, a strong war, a battlefield between the illegal miners, you know, and the military, and I said the soldiers of the country.
Okay.
And you know, I say, no, they were killing the military, and the military was also killing them.
Okay.
And the dark room couldn't pay 40, 50.
I see.
And to no more question, more plan, no attack plan, and as you know, then the military attacked them. I know my yes, I know what to my say. Cote d'Ivoire, for instance, oh yeah, illegal mine, and that's why into Galamsey, you cool straight.
I see.
Now, you can check from Cote d'Ivoire.
All right.
Omo be illegal man in your community, and no be na nkrofo be feel say I say omo ka san nkrofo no omo push omo try the boundaries of Cote d'Ivoire now. They are settled in Ghana and they are in the forest.
Okay.
Some of our natural forests as me enya no mu omo a yesoja fo no call baby omo ko pra ba ko say na omo de sekan ba ko de sekan twa forest guard ba ko nine.
And no ya police ni akotonsu mewu because of Ghana.
And this ani o ma no. E ya de bia ye di police for call ye di soja for call na sefo nyina na ye mu ebebre so ye nipa o corner se go do go bebre so that person be compromise all the mention and the chair say me cry na me o man panyina kan be sa drone na me tu afiri my office me na kan me operate drone.
I see.
Kan me fa me obi kura mpo no ni akora ko operate na aka say e bia ono so akoko compromise do ko twitwa afa ho de aba anka screen is simi ho na nka me hwe ye maso this drone number so fly e fire na uduru na ma press ta na obi asoro.
I see.
Omu gumu a na nka ye do body no so ne nkofo na nka ye de nutrient amasa no e no apra.
Seriously.
No, but the fact is I didn't know ye no ho mo fa it so simple. What Kumasi belakwa ebe ofie Vortic ebe ofie because me ni baby omu depo woni baby I mean area wo esuo no eyi nyina omu depo na twa ho ahia a short wa na otwe ebi beba.
Okay.
Asana me ka say but obiti eye amanse ho baby obiti denchira baby obiti forest baby ono no ye bu no pure water na sachet water ne kra no eso obi dugu ka mu no ode anante dia komura nim ho akoto ama ne no kra so go oche bebre a na ese sa we no ade ya yare we asana ze me wes no mentai refi ayi no
your friend saying
na ayi I say malaria. Omo friend no typhoid. Thank you very much. And we must go bebre recha na etimi ayeta onoma onya typhoid. Bebre o anya tontom ye you boy say onu nsu a onom so cost as nsu a onom no go ache. Oh enti ye tikumase no de. Ye tie ka nyina obi ani wa onim the effects of galamsey. Because we are not there. But omo no num stream obi wo ha ni nsu no a stream na yesa wo or the ade kofsa no de abesiwa ma ani agene ene bu o ma sone so ano ma ye na san nsuo no a ani agene na nka wono kra na test ye kwa tester ye say e ma ye sa burili osane na sefo nyina nti eno kra problem aye na na ye de mercury any other chemicals aka ho na nsuo no so asan ho no sa ni problem nsuo we nsuo be no bedom so nti ye no you cannot you better ha because we are closer to Kumasi and we are closer to the microphone and as it me frame you better ha nti no me can so simple Wow. But what they are doing, no, they are depriving some people. Who does see a full board in saying, baby, to Galamsey? Full board deal with Kumasia, for 4 years, ye dear, and then the bunch in the board, you do for Kumasia, a cheaper than the wolf for crass as I Galamsey areas. No, what is that? Yeah. A Kobani say Kumasi, but Galamsey, on an cafes, who to me took a crass of for no, a bano, Korea can't yabano. Siciano, a woman for board didn't see to Kumasi. All because obi say ono no pe gold ntino wakotwa body egwa twa banche egwa twa tomatoes egwa twa banko egwa ebibia okwa so wo bebro obi koko a ode hwe ne ma no so no ya doko ya digore Galamsey na fa koko ni ho saa ma koko na say now people are advocates the Ghana koko no any cause yes so because it has been infected by cyanide. Right. What is that? Yeah. I'm no Chinese ni na outside Ghana asase ni na sefo no. Wa befa Ghana anwea de akos ni krom China. Akwa kogu o ma beto anwea ne gu ship za e de akos spread on a certain land and a temperature ne climate ni similar. Part of China and climate is similar to Africa there no. E bia cocoa, e twa cocoa. I'm no Chinese government no e advocate tia Ghana cocoa. Say Ghana cocoa no is full of cyanide. Now no China ni cocoa no ana ye pure. You don't see the seriousness in it. And you can say, Obi Obayano, say, man, I'm your president, and I make an commander.
One of us,
come pretty a true.
Thank you.
I will make my office now.
Frank, now, the fight against Galamsey, no, I had to say, Besepani Kunyini Ahabai.
Obisi nimbusa se na munim se sanity ena na mutu opposition na mututu aboba park no se omampeni enye omampeni den and declare state of emergency nkrofo na ye esi yeso yesi mu ena mu ye
bio message su biem se sabe anu aye de bobosia no enya anu anya litia
anyway
politics is different from reality. The real politics, partisan politics is different from politics in real terms. That is what I can say. But let me say, say the fight against Galamsey, and I say Galamsey kono. I had to say Besepani Kunyina Haban, yet a Banyasa for so I didn't make us share the number of people at Galamsey employ more my way.
Okay.
Very huge number. Seminsura, make say about 6% of the Ghanaian workforce are into illegal mining activities and now generally mining activities.
Okay.
Share what their contribution to national friend is GDP. The illegal mining activities na yesi enye no. Share eno.
Yen yesi enye na say enye.
Enye.
Okay.
Say me kan ho me yesi enye ni. Share mwa de boa Ghana the Ghanaian economy no. Enye o. Ese yensu ansuwa. Ese yenfudie. Ese yenkwaye. Enye. But it has become a necessary evil. Say illegal mining activities in Koso, and I say Galamsey, and Koso. But to the extent, say young Kumnipa, said that could be an say, Mammy, when you did to me, share one sa, and Kabu Kumnipa do echo. I then I hope I saw Galamsey con free of my way. Yenim Pefe said Galamsey na a Koso on the Sabine, Mabununa a war, Sabin Kwaye Nimuno, and Omani Galamsey for no. The kingpins, one was treated the editor excavators, and they crack the mercury, any the cyanide, almost a sabicusim. Cyanide, neighbor man, we must have been free women, a Daroma, a tear for Madaroma, a free port, a for port and Abba. Excavators, yet they caught Sabicrun to Anima could Galamsey. Yenitria, Pefi, Sedino. Intino say, I'd see a Timupo, say Galamsey Coney, a Becqua, and Kayabecqua free crime. Babia. Chemicals no yedi free ba babia excavators no yedi free by ho na kan be hye ya kon free na kan nya sabi nya dia okwakope bibia bedi a yama 1,000 cedis 500 Ghana cedis no onu mom na de Galamsey ya no campaigns no omo na wo se ya attack omo godi hwe the fight against Galamsey is a collective effort. That is asem we de bia babia me gina bia no babia platform bia me nya bia na meka say Galamsey kon na ye kon no Asofo chefa wom, politicians was chefa wom, civil society organizations was chefa wom, journalists sabe mu nyina nso mu was chefa wom. Now until say or mind be make that conscious effort, say you be provide an alternative means of livelihood to Ghanaians, and I said those who are actively into this galamsey activities, bra, a corner be fruitless.
So how are we going to provide that? Because a very lucrative now. They be doing a bit to compare galamsey. Yeah, because I don't know what Tamanado was on. Original can say me me baha me about 500 Ghana cedis. And you might burn a Ghana ha. Obey a bit that amount of money.
Bishop KOD, dear me, so you are me near. Share half a loaf is better than none. Say Obia Odi galamsey echi. Sabi onya 500 Ghana cedis, nipa nim the dangers associated with galamsey activities. How a woman chemicals are equinimu engine and oya we. Nti sa nipa na onya 500 no. Se debi utimi man 100 cedis a day kra instead of the 500 da. Nipa bit me jai sa galamsey no. Hono and as wenya ya what that right say there will be that punitive measure because we've given you an alternative means of livelihood. Ebia adwuma die nie you ebia cassava processing factory adwuma ne nie brabe ye munya galamsey no na mo me sa adwuma we na sa wo kase no wonye because say wonu mabai wonu atere entire wo kwakọ galamsey no and then we have every right to shoot and kill.
All right.
But what you say?
So bring an alternative before you come about with
that's it because this Nkrofo ye come so many possess high friend say ammunitions, quality ammunitions, destructive ammunitions. As ye case ye pam woman in every site from mura kroma. Adwuma de no ho ba be ye, enti de no be ye. They will take guns
and then the arm robbers.
Thank you. I feel they will be attacking people in the society.
Why have we shied away from our priority? I say you put your priorities because galamsey lands in could have been used for
farming,
culture.
That is the issue. And now you John Dramani Mahama no say churches are ready say they will go into mechanized farming. He will support them, so they should open up. No money they go into mechanized farming. Ye was so for asoria kesia woman we mu aminu KOD. Sika oma deposit with the various banks. It runs into billions of dollars. And for that matter, so omuka se ombe build factories. Ebi a cassava processing factory, tomato processing factory. Na mo de amonya ne se mo be employ members nko a. Mo employ obi akra nka ho a. I think say it will help reduce the unemployment rate in this country. Right. And that will also help fight against these illegal mining activities. Until the fight against galamsey no, menu ke wodi enya ban kwa esabi asede nko a. Ye nyina ye nya TSA me chirechire ni sabi mesumi chira de. Ye nyina de na mesumi tumi aye de aboa ama okon a ye kon tia galamsey no. Eso abrase. Menu ke wodi nso waso die. Se wo se wonso no sabi wotena odwumadie yiso a afidie kase yiso a. Wonso no bebo ho da ro hia se galamsey no sabi yen. All these cardiovascular diseases akoma mu yare na kidney problems are also bebrebe a report cases in no e free these galamsey activities in a free muba and to be the mesre civil society organizations, the clergy, the politicians I will say that collective effort e adwuma the cost of na adwuma say be mabru no nya nyenti no man tupu into this site enti yem modern na se sensori no say agriculture no mu na bebekọ a munkom civil society no so ahoden kakre wo ho no mufo me bia adwuma na momfa maburu ni bi because our site was say na ka say okay me hia nipa e bia 100 ma bia dwuma die bi o factory bi o say hia nipa mo makoye momra ne yenko de omu na bedi o ti mo akoye because ya adwuma anya hwe no obutu a wo mka but ye ja wo mo sa se yenkum wo mo yenshutu ne yenkum wo mo I don't think say it's even human.
All right. Thank you very much. We just about a minute or two na fe yenhwe enra Kessben group sukoye blue light for no adoye just I mean too.
All right. I think it's a very good gesture.
People are going a lot of people have gone there no my
Kessben dwuma ko no so no I think say mu hia basobo say mu so no moto bobo anan akọ dwuma di asoye ho ana say bia oye ni si ye ho na mu so no we widows might kakra mu so wo no say be as part of your corporate social responsibility no mu so mo dia koma wo mo igna bebo mo baso mo ya de dwuma di a o say ye bo mo baso na mo tokoso na mo ye because oye ni na ese no wan hwe yi a say dwuma di we hunti obi ntumi nsore biem nyina na mo so biem sabi na dwuma say ne sika se mahye nti ne besere sabi obi biara a ono so wo bibi kakra a obetumi da kodum ye nuanu ma sabi oye na we ato wo mo no odaroma it is always welcomed.
Thank you very much. Honorable.
Yeah, me didi kan Yankopon hira o mo omunya bia omudi bi boa oma kọ ahoyehia but dem de meka nyina ne say me bisa kwesi Kessben mo panyim fo akoyi wo ba koye wode wo akoye wode
me ana me yanko ho
onyanko wo ba ko
ameko media kakra bi a me won me de wakoboa
the number say make nyina ne say people should not play with people's emotions when they are in trouble.
Okay.
They make out say me simpanyimfo a mo koye yi no ye Nyankopon hyira wo mu nyangmen ye da Nyankopon asese wo mo so nya bi akoye bo but ade ba kwa ma hu ni say enipa ni bi pese wo mo di saa de no eye politics.
Okay.
Ita me kasa asem no obi hu akire no obi adwapade ahye obi dwetrahye obi sesi ya me no kase obi o aye nkoton ade no ne dwetri no kwa na ekofom so enti sa wo hwe amayofo no de wo mpeso mo de saa de no eye amayosem no a na wo tena busa say what is wrong with us? Let me got you simple. So we twifa na we atwa fa we twifa na we atwa fa na ba hebu china na we aba na okọ 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 me is good so ba ko na akọ make you kakra obetimi aye bia but nti count me ntina fie fanso ma
anyway say any beba ho na be ni ntina okasa
me na bika no tresem krasa wo ye papa tresem krasa wo ye papa ma bonkuma
emani fa
wo ye papa ni fa ma bonkumu right so they make your test but me dey make nyina ne say ma enkrofon take people's rules for granted.
All right.
Because obi ejapade na ahye obi o wasisi am no tiwi onim se de be o de ba ko beka ba ko am na mienu ne wiase nyina agina e wo sa de na asi no enti my enko play on people's emotions.
All right.
Emotions men play with the people's emotions cry mama ye hwe kwan be fa so a ye nua no madwadifo no betimi aye Nyankopon hira Kessben lawyer say lawyer
Stephen Boati
Nyankopon hira na pa say e kana koma go si wo ze Kessben no ho yesu ye base to mkobo an Nyankopon hira no na amayofo no so no mususu fa politics nya den enwrem ho no
thank you very much sorry meda Frank to a champion ase ono echade operator no Spiritan University or Science Communication Team member and National Democratic Congress and Honorable Kennedy Kwesi Kankam ono a formal MP Emma Ishaeso and a former MC and so and Masokore Mampong Medomase wafa Kofi Apia Oten Kabaya sorry yafa happy birthday Stronko enko enfama ye nipeya edidi sway happy birthday enko enfa Emma Sabila Dia Sabela Dia Boating or say we celebrate with you and we wish you year filled with genuine smiles and peace ahead. Have a blast. No dear and no happy birthday Enkoma Sanso and a happy birthday Enko Enfama Handbell Education Handbell Education Complex and say and wish him happy birthday Enfa Enko Enfa Emma Nidia Mo Dina ma inti on that's one inti happy birthday enko emfa ema Nyankopon inshaw ene anope yes sorry ama sports aba abetwa so Sergio Laka ene na pam for betwa so Thursday's edition of midfield action eba betwa so yebeda malam yaya ase Mr. Kwachi and a director show in my sound Nana Kwame camera Seth Wilson and afi MC4 and technician ditomu na boy me dey Kwabena Owusu Dankwa oti ofa Kofi Apia so enka yakramo ene anope. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.